What up? Welcome back. Anime and Beer, greatest podcast ever to be invented. It is what it is, where we talk about the latest manga, anime, comic books, what's going on in the world of fantasy on paper, brought to life. Myself, Garrett, aka Black Belt in Anime, and our good friend here, Mr. Maple. Yes.
Sup.
We're going to dive into the latest topics, what's going on in this world of, like I said, manga, comic books, anime, etc. So crack up in a cold one, get ready. We're going to dive in. We're going to get after it today. So, anime and beer, coming at you. So what's going on, man? Dude, I'm exhausted. This coronavirus stuff is just getting out of hand. Oh, my God.
Yeah. As you guys may see, anime or beer, but we're not drinking any beer. It's currently 12:11 p.m.
Yeah, we're stressed, but we're not that stressed. Like we talked about before, that's the name of the channel. It's just funny how we came up with the name. No, we're not always going to be plastered talking about anime and comics and things like that.
Yeah, real life situations as well. As he mentioned, the coronavirus. I hope everybody out there is staying safe, staying healthy, following all guidelines.
6 feet apart! 6 feet apart! 6 feet apart!
Don't travel in groups of three. Don't hang out in groups of three. That's
basically. Yeah, that's right. It is groups of three now, isn't it? Oh my God, dude, that is ridiculous.
But man, you hear that Trump is actually trying to get the economy back up and rolling by Easter.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
And people are telling him not to do it. So
I saw that. It's ideally that's what we want. We want to be back in charge and everything like that by Easter, but let's be honest, dude. Like, everybody, for real, Mr. Maple here said himself, just be safe. Stay inside. A couple, what we're going to dive into today is a couple animes people aren't really talking about, but, everybody's binge watching certain things. Here's a couple anime we were talking about, or what we're going to talk about.
If you're stuck inside, check these animes out. If you haven't watched them, definitely find something to keep you entertained while you're inside, or you go crazy that way. I'm more of a, drink a drink, smoke a cigar, read a manga, watch some anime. That's just
absolutely
hang out with the wifey. That's on my end of the spectrum.
Absolutely, yeah. Snuggle up with your significant other and or pets. But for real though, let's talk into it, man. Besides coronavirus, that's not what they're here for, man. Let's talk about what we're known for. We're not political unless it comes to anime.
Yeah,
but you
like
were
Trump being in Death Note.
That is true. He was in the remake chapter, right? He was in
the new chapter. Yeah, which was a great chapter. Look at us diving right in. Which was a great, new, what's the one I'm looking for? Iteration.
A new look,
a new look.
Yeah.
And something I didn't know because I read the original straight. I didn't really get into the side stuff, but each one dove into what if this particular person had the Death Note. Light. He smart kid. There was one with just a regular Joe Schmo. The new one was what happens if the Death Note wasn't used. And you heard me correctly, just straight like that. What if it wasn't used? So you might be thinking, well, what do you mean if it wasn't used? Read the manga.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil that because it took how long to come out for that chapter? How long has it been in? Yeah, I want to say a decade. I want to say a decade. I don't know. Personally, me to this day, still never even cracked open anything Death Note related. I got spoiled with the ending when I was younger, so I feel like that's kind of me being biased, of course.
And honestly, and when you told me that, I went back. Well, I didn't even go back. As I'm watching it, I didn't even want to spoil myself because after you said it, I'm like, wow, if Black Belt over here doesn't want to be spoiled by something, then it must be really serious, or it can really change your outlook.
Exactly.
So when I actually saw the ending, I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
plot twist.
Yeah. Everybody's initial reaction. So definitely Death Note's one for sure. Yeah. If you're bored at home, crack open Death Note for real. That's obviously a classic. That's a good one. Another one that's a little more newer. I know everybody and their aunties know. Of course, I got a little backdrop here of my sister got me this. The Monopoly game, but it's a Dragon Ball Z edition. Everybody and anybody, even if you don't watch anime, you've heard the name Dragon Ball. in some way, shape, or form.
Dragon Ball Z,
And I mean, that's still obviously a classic to crack open. But if you're not worried about like power ups like on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, like if you're not ready for that, we'll dial it back. A great storyline, still a classic. More kids are growing up with it now. You know, our generation was Dragon Ball. The original Toonami block. I mean,
you watched it, went to school the next day, and just talked about it.
Hours.
The whole school.
We didn't have the social media for it.
You had to wait, unless you know. But Dragon Ball, it came on kind of late, didn't it?
It eventually got later and later and later.
So it's not like you could have watched the episode and then call up your buddy and talked about it. I mean, unless you wanted to get cursed out by his parents while you calling someone. So at that point, you had to wait into school, which you still got in trouble.
Exactly.
Because teachers, wanted to.
Not here. We're here to talk about science. I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about the anatomy of a Saiyan. Did you not watch it, Mrs. Chrisman? All right then, screw you. So
we're gonna pause right here. We apologize.
Yeah, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but kind of diving back into it, yeah, like things like that, like Dragon Ball. Of course, you wanna know what that is. You wanna kind of understand where it all started. Because to be fair, everybody kind of has their opinion. But as far as Western anime coming to the U.S., Dragon Ball was kind of a pioneer. Of course, that's also a classic. I'm a little bit biased, of course, because, like I said, black belt in anime. I am a double black belt. I am a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and karate. So, Dragon Ball kind of introduced me to martial arts. Yeah. But that's just me. Another great one, a little more modernized, of course. These kids nowadays, we're talking about Naruto. Everybody grew up in Naruto nowadays. These newer kids, man, everybody, Naruto! I'm like, hold up. You got to give it to the OGs. I'm not discrediting Naruto at all. But, I mean, even this guy right here, we finally got him into Naruto. Yeah, I know, guys. I know, right? Ninjas and whatnot. But, for real, though, a good one that's also the creator of Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto, he also wrote a couple stories I want to bring to the table. Also, Mr. Maple here has got a couple things he wants to kind of let everybody know on, what to kind of watch, and it's been around or it hasn't been around or it's newer. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to kind of let him take away some things, what he wants to bring to the table, what he thinks you guys should watch, and I think you guys should watch too during this whole quarantine epidemic.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you got for the table today?
What I have to bring, of course, as we said, Death Note, Dragon Ball. But this show right here is, I really don't know how old it is. I really didn't look into it. I just started watching it off of recommendation. Because of the quarantine, plus because of the situation I was in before all this. I was away and by myself. I was lonely, had nothing to do. So, a buddy of ours, Craig.
Shout out to Craig. Shout out to Craig.
He said, watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Saw the memes, really didn't understand it. Saw the characters, and one of the things that was one of my favorite memes about JoJo is he may be, I guess, flamboyant, but he can still take your girl.
Yeah. So, I've seen those memes.
But
definitely though.
I'm definitely just speaking on how far I've gotten. I've gotten to the Stardust Crusader. Yeah, Stardust Crusader.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not going to try to spoil. That's one of the notes that I wrote down for myself. I'm not going to
try to spoil it.
Spoil
Give a synopsis, but don't spoil it. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain JoJo. It's like, it's all about bloodline. It's just this bloodline, a family of Joestar. It's the Joestar bloodline. And,
okay.
I'm just going to spoil this much. You're going to hear, the first 2 seasons, you're going to hear the word hormone at least 1 million times. I kid you not.
Hormone or Harmon?
Hormone.
Okay. Hormone.
H-A-M-O-N. Hormone.
But not hormones.
No.
Not biological.
Hormone. But that's kind of like their special power. It deals with breathing and whatnot. But you're going to hear that a lot. To me, it kind of got annoying, but it doesn't ruin it for you, not at all. But overall, it's kind of
Nice.
like it's about vampires. The first 2 seasons are about
I'm
vampires.
Done. I don't want to watch it.
Honestly, it switches up near the end of the second season, I say, with I guess you would call them antagonists. You know, there's 3 guys that JoJo has to face. I don't think they were vampires, but you know, they just want to be supreme beings or something like that.
True that.
But the season I'm in brings in stands, in which when I watched it, I'm like, okay, stands. You know, every time I saw like memes and stuff, it was always just somebody standing behind them. So I guess that's where that came from. Total Shaman King vibe. I'm just gonna.
Okay, so nobody said. Okay, I'm gonna cut you over there. Like, hold that. Put a pin in it. All right. So, okay, you're the first person to use that analogy with me. Now that makes me want to watch it. If you guys don't know what Shaman King was, it was originally a part of the 4Kids block on 4Kids TV back in the day. Now, some of you guys, like, I'm 27. You were also 26,
Yep.
about to be 27. We're around the same age. So our generation definitely still had the Saturday morning cartoons. For our younger viewers who didn't have the Saturday morning cartoons, I'm talking like Anime Blocks, 4Kids, Kids WB, Fox Kids, Jetix. Like some of these names I'm saying, like a lot of you don't know. Toon Disney before it was Toon Disney, or before it was Toon Disney XD and then Disney XD and so on and so forth. I'm talking like it was just strictly about anime. So Shaman King, real quick. An anime about shamans. If you don't know what a shaman is, obviously it's somebody who can communicate with spirits.
Yeah.
Basically, these guys were entering a tournament with their spirit partner to become Shaman King. Yes, like other animes have used King or Hokage, because it's the supreme, like, overall warrior of them all.
Yeah.
So basically, you could have the spirit where even Bruce Lee was referenced in this anime as well. Mm-hmm. You could have the spirit of a legendary samurai, an animal, an emperor, a general, and I like that. That's overall like the synopsis. If you don't know, I'll add that as a bonus. Yeah. Watch Shaman King. Watch Shaman King. For
Shaman
sure.
King was
but that's the first time I heard someone to say that about JoJo. So I like that. A lot of people don't know Shaman King.
So, pretty much like I said, but they explained it that these, you know, spirit beings were created by the users themselves. So it's not like, you know, they're predetermined beings. It's not like, you know, you meet one stand user and he's like, oh, I used to be a powerful emperor back in. No, it's nothing like that. I guess it depends on the person, who the person is, like character and what they want to achieve. They manifest these things called stands. At least that's what I got out of it. If that's not it, I'm pretty sure that
so they kind of make their own stands. Is that what it is? Okay, cool. That's okay. I'm slowly, guys. I haven't watched JoJo, and like a lot of you at home that might be listening to this or are listening to this. Sorry. Like, oh, that guy's never listened to JoJo. Like, you never watched JoJo, but you've watched all these other ones. Like, sorry. I'm quarantined too, so I got time on my hands.
But then again, it does get more in depth with that as far as what the stands can do, what they can't do, and really how, because apparently there's a logic to how they manifest and stuff, which I'm not going to get into, because it's just going to lead to me just going into the
rambling.
Whole story.
Yeah.
So definitely watch JoJo. JoJo is, you know, fight scenes are good, the story is good, character development so far. I mean, I'll tell you the names. The first JoJo was, I think, the guy named George. He started it. He was like the seed that started the plants. He created the seed that.
Did he water them? Did he give them sunlight? Did they have proper chlorophyll? Like, what's going on? No.
You have to ask the mom that. But you know, you have Jonathan, who you are introduced to first. Then you have Joseph, who is my favorite JoJo thus far. Like I said, I didn't make it very far, but even being introduced to Jotaro, Joseph is still my favorite. The guy is hilarious. Like, when you watch him in his younger time, when he's first introduced, he does 2 things. He has an ultimate move he does twice, and it's an ultimate move that just it beats Goku's Kamehameha. It beats Gon.
No, I'm really done.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I'm done.
I'm not going to say what it is.
I'm leaving.
I'm not going to say what it is in the podcast. You guys have to watch it, but it is powerful and it's hilarious at the same time. Like, anybody can do this power. Like, this power can be done in real life. let you just marinate on
What,
it for a
poop?
minute.
Like, Jesus,
No.
what is it?
I'm not gonna say
Everybody
what it
can
is.
poop. Like,
but it's just the story is straightforward from season to season. It just follows a straight path.
all right.
Like everything, like
I dig it.
even if they mention characters from like past seasons, you immediately remember who they are.
Okay.
Like each character is not like it's not just focused on JoJo, because it's kind of like what's going on affects everyone, but it's like JoJo is the only person who can really combat it in a sense. He has help, but everything starts with the Joestar name. So it's kind of like it started with JoJo, it has to end with JoJo.
Got you.
So definitely watch that or read it. But I was told it's definitely one of those animes. It's better to watch than to read it, because from the opening credits to the show to the end credits, everything is just beautifully made. The colors, even down to the powers, just everything just sparkles and shines. So I'm mad that I have not started this before. It's not really that long of an anime. Each season is probably about 24 episodes or so.
Okay.
So if you during quarantine, you can speed through it. I'm telling you.
Just have it on, because I think like most of it's dubbed on Hulu, right?
The first season is dubbed.
The first season's dubbed. Well, even still, like you can kind of.
Well, the first 2 seasons are dubbed.
All right. Well, what else you got for the table besides JoJo? Any manga? Any comics? I mean, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, it's already over there.
Here, well, let's grab it real quick. Yeah, I got you. I'm over on this side.
I'm gonna show it to the YouTube crowd, but I'm also gonna say the name.
Okay.
I have been reading Kuroko's. Let's see if I can get that in there.
Got you.
Yep, been reading that. Been dabbling in the sports anime. Long overdue. Pretty much Kuroko's and what's the other one? The volleyball one.
Oh, I was gonna say that too. Haiku. It's not haiku. It looks like it's pronounced haiku, but it's haiku, and it's one about volleyball.
These two have been in back and forth battles about, because it seems like everyone is now getting into sports anime.
It's a good one, and I will say the haiku is I will agree. I will tag team with you on that. That's a good one.
This right here, this debate, when he brings his up, it's going to be. It's not even going to be one sided. It's just going to be two different. Because I haven't read the volleyball one, and he hasn't read this one. So
that's a good trade off. Okay, so now we got okay. Because I've watched the anime. Mm-hmm. But yes, haiku. I'm probably botching it, guys, but or haiku or however you say it. Basically, the translation stands for like Black Crow. That's what their team is called, the Black Crows, or like King of the Crows or something. It has to do with crows. Just to kind of
it's funny because the name of their team, if I read it correctly, because I was reading it and it kind of threw me off. Siren, Seirin.
Oh,
it stands for shirt. Or something like that. If I remember correctly, it stands for shirt. I mean, I can go through this and
Japanese logic.
I can go through this and try to find it again.
It's always better in another language.
Always, like, I was like, shirt, what?
It's always better in another language. Like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it stood for shirt. So that was weird.
Yeah.
But pretty much synopsis is there was a team called the Miracle Generation. They were unbeatable. They were like the Harlem Globetrotters of Japan.
Okay,
could not be beaten. The main character was the sixth man, and this manga, this story, I would just say now, and I'm pretty sure it's the same with the volleyball one. No powers, no superpowers whatsoever. What is done may be perceived as a superpower, but it is under no.
Which gives some realism.
Yeah, it gives
for the people that say like anime is just for kids or anime is this or that. Like no, like I will agree with that. I will say that sports anime is probably the most underrated character development of any anime,
which I have slept on. So I'm very glad that I picked.
Very underrated because in any sports, if you want to achieve your accolades, if you want to achieve greatness. Of course, every anime can relate to that. Hard work and training. But the thing is about sports, it's a little more obtainable. Yeah. It's a little more like we can get to the state finals. You know, that's more relatable, especially for the younger crowds. For my athletes at home or former athletes, like definitely look into some sports anime for sure. Because I mean, it's of course, you know, it's gonna have the anime twist on it, like like they're gonna dramatically do a moment like where it's like oh my god, like he just went Superman on that, like absolutely.
But like I said, it looks that way, but it definitely not when you keep reading it, understand
once you understand
the physics behind it. But
yes,
I'm saying like Miracle Generation, main character is the sixth man, but I think because Japanese schooling is so different from American schooling, I think this was in middle school. Now they're in high school.
That the same thing in high IQ was the same thing. They went from middle school to high school.
And the Miracle Generation, which I said were 6 people, broke up and each went to a different school.
Same.
So it's 6 different schools, and Kuroko, he joins this school and he's like,
sorry for yawning. I'm not bored. I just sorry. Like my sleep schedule has been so jacked up. I'm not trying to be rude to Mr. Maple, but like, oh my god, I cannot get my sleep schedule down. I apologize. I am interested. Mm-hmm. So people that watch the video, like, well, who's that dickhead yawning? Like, I am listening. He drank a coffee. I drank this off-brand version of Bang here. Rain. Like, not even as much caffeine. I need caffeine, Jesus. I need caffeine. I'm about to, like, Grubhub some Dunkin' real quick. Swear to God. But continue. I'm sorry.
And so he goes to this school, and he links up with this guy who is a pretty... I forgot his name. Oh, gosh. What is his name? I think he goes by... If you pronounce it, it's like Tiger or Tyga
Kobe Bryant?
Something like that.
R.I.P. Kobe.
And pretty much they team up. I'm not going to go into like details. They team up and, you know, they say, you know what, you worked with the 6th generation, so you know how they operate. I'm good. I know I'm good. So let's link up and let's take them out. Kuroko's like, let's do it. So pretty much this is their journey to not only win, I guess, what is equivalent of their countries, like finals, like basketball finals and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is their journey into beating all 5 members of the Miracle Generation and winning pretty much the whole championship. And like I said, just to give you a taste, I'm not going to tell you what the main character can do because that's pretty much a given. You're going to see that in the beginning, but if you haven't seen it, but they come across one of the Miracle Generations, and what he can do is he can mimic a play and make it better. So you know how Kobe was known for his, you know, his shoulder check, you know, turn around, step back, fade away.
But he got that from Jordan, though. He got that from Jordan.
The guy
got that from Jordan.
Well, Jordan was known for his shoulder check, you know, turn around, fade away.
But I get what you're saying.
He can take that and do it better.
He can hit that fade away like that.
He can do it better than Jordan. That's kind of like his.
Of course, it's
power.
Anime. It's anime.
But I'm not even going to call it a power.
He can't do it better than Jordan. If you're watching.
I'm not even going to call it a power. His ability. His ability is...
His athletic ability. His athletic ability.
He can watch you do a move like Jordan or the AI crossover, take it, and just do it
20 times better.
20, 30, 50
Woo! times better. I don't even got Nikes on right now, but they fire, boy.
So, Tyga, which I'm horrible with names, guys, but Tiger, he was doing some slam dunks and stuff. So the guy was like, were you trying to do this? And the guy's like, oh crap. He just stole my move. Like
that reminds me, I forget the motivational speaker's name, but everybody's heard of him. He's a black guy, but he talks about Dennis Rodman. And how Dennis Rodman was the ultimate defense. Dennis Rodman was like the only person to never score a point in any NBA playoffs. Was like the only defensive player. But the guy can get like 30-something rebounds. Yeah. Like, I'm interested to see if they're going to, you know, of course I've never read this or anything like that, but I wonder if they're going to pay memento to like basketball players. Like they have in fighting, how they've done in like fighting anime. Mm-hmm. Like they've referenced Bruce Lee, they've referenced Muhammad Ali, they've referenced Mike Tyson, they've referenced Kung Fu specialists and legendary samurai, and they've done it in Baki. Like that's another one to dive into, guys. If you're listening at home, Baki's another one, but that's my half of the segment.
As you see, this is only volumes 1 and 2, but so far So far, because you can see my bookmark. I still have like a little bit to read, so I can't speak on it.
Is it a shonen? Is it a shonen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it is a shonen.
So
that
I
should be
can't
easier
really
to
say.
find.
So far, from what I've read, they have not referenced any major basketball players. They did get like this 7'11" black kid from America.
Of course they did.
But that was about it. But I'm not going to talk about it.
So, so to kind of references, I'm glad I just looked at this, guys. It's a Shonen Jump manga. So for Kwanzi here, if you guys are interested at home, if you can't get a physical copy, download the Shonen Jump app. Mm-hmm. It's free. Now, in order to read, though, you have to be under subscription. I've not looked at the prices of the subscriptions, but if you're looking to read from the very beginning, now I know they do a month-to-month issue, but in order to read older manga and read in their archives and things like that, you do have to download it. You do have to pay a subscription. I don't think it's a lot, but it's the largest. Obviously, it's the largest subscription to any shonen anime, and I believe if you can hunt it down, Shaman King is one that was on shonen. Also, Dragon Ball, also Naruto and Boruto, that are also a part of the series. Anything else? You got anything? Or?
I just want to. I'm glad you brought up the app. Okay. Just want to touch base on a subject that has been talked about in many manga groups, anime groups, and stuff on Facebook or whatever. However you get your information. I'm glad he brought it up because I know some people do use free to read apps. I'm guilty because there's some mangas that I want to read that can't be found on those, pay for it, you can read it. But things like One Piece, Naruto, Kuroko, definitely go straight to the source. Please support the artists, the creators, the writers, because that's how we get these things.
That's how we get the love. That's how we get the love.
That's how they look our way. And we talked about this before. That's how they look over to the United States and say, we need to send them more things because they're showing us love. If we keep getting it on the low, like for free. Like I said, I do it because there's some mangas I want to read. You just can't find unless you download.
But to be fair, yes, to kind of reiterate that bootlegging segment, it's only because that anime hasn't got the contract yet. Yeah, it's no different from a comic book strip trying to get a DC or Marvel deal. Yeah, it's the same thing with these mangas, guys. These guys and girls who are writing these mangas are trying to get deals. That's how they make their money. That's how they can put out more content. Obviously, the fan base is a huge thing in it. But a lot of people don't talk about that. I'm glad you kind of brought that up because it's no different.
Support it.
No different.
If you can go straight to the source, even if you're just using the free function, that traffic there will allow them to be able to put out more content, just be able to offer you more things. Like, if you have, I'm just going to throw a wild number out there. If you have 1 trillion people on your manga app, that's what allows them to drop prices.
Exactly.
If we can just charge these people, if it's 1 trillion people and we charge them $2, we've made more than our money back. Exactly. And that's how you get $2 subscriptions. That's how you get $3 subscriptions. That's how you get like 1 month free trials, because for that 1 month they're set. They've made their money, so they can afford to let you do everything.
Well, I have the show.
So just support. Just if you can get it from the source, even if it's free or paid, please do so. So I'm glad you did bring up that.
Yeah, I can look it up right now for the people that are at home. Oh, we just talked about that. For the Shonen Jump subscription, it's only $2 a month, $1.99.
And so that means they have the traffic.
Yes, they have the traffic.
And keep in mind, this isn't just America. The Shonen app is America and Japan. So all over, worldwide. I'm sorry.
If you've got Marvel and DC going worldwide, Shonen Jump is doing that for manga.
Exactly.
If we're being honest,
I just said it, $2. That means
we just called it. We did not look at that before. That was me pulling it up for the first time. We did not talk about that. That's crazy.
Their traffic.
That's crazy. You called that.
It's high to where they can afford to say, just give us $2. We'll let you read all of Dragon Ball.
All of it. And bro, I'm about to subscribe right now. $2 a month. I can let that fly.
You're not going to miss that.
Buying a soda at the gas station. Come on, guys. That's $2. Yeah. That's $1, some change. Exactly. But do you got anything else? I was going to kind of dive in on my half, or what to kind of read, what to look at.
Let me think. What else am I watching? Nothing. I really think that's it. I've been watching just the normal My Hero, One Piece.
I'm glad you brought up My Hero. Definitely, guys. Watch, read My Hero. Give that all the love.
I'm also going to say this before I pass it over, and don't make the same mistakes. Look at me. Don't make the same mistake I did.
You took the glasses off. Why'd you take your glasses off?
This is serious. This is serious.
Okay, all right. Tell him. Tell him.
On SoundCloud, Spotify, whatever.
He took his glasses off, so he doesn't. He only does this when he's serious or he's scratching his head.
For even if you're just just a small time manga reader, research. Crunchyroll has a news app that I follow. Research. Try to stay on top of things because you definitely don't want to be one of those people that you hear about an anime or a manga years down the road, and you're like, you say the famous line, "How come nobody ever told me about this?" And I feel that way about honestly Black Clover.
I'll get to Black Clover in a minute.
Just at the end, I made this longer than it should have been, but
I'll get to my half in a minute.
Stay up to date on manga because you definitely don't want to let that gem slip you by. And now people are talking about it, or people have quit talking about it, and you're just getting into it, and you have nobody to talk about.
It's been out for a while now, for sure. But I'm glad. Okay, so that's kind of good tying into what I got to say. Black Clover, the writer of Naruto, helped write it, and I believe, if you do your research, of course, kind of like giving out an origin story, it was his original idea for Naruto. And in Naruto, if anybody who's watched the OG, of course, remember Naruto was wearing goggles. And Masashi Kishimoto said it in the manga. Actually, he wrote it out in a segment, and I have the original manga. He said he gave them headbands because he got sick and tired of drawing the goggles on Naruto because it was a lot of work. But of course, he drew very detailed goggles, to be fair. He could have just put swimmer goggles on him for all I care. But granted, I probably wouldn't have taken Naruto as seriously. But at the same time, too, Naruto was a kid. So Naruto had these goggles. And then originally, the idea was Naruto was supposed to be about wizards and magicians. And a lot of people are going to say this. Of course, do the research as well. Don't quote me this. But originally, like, when Masashi Kishimoto wrote it, yes, I know Fairy Tail came out later. Yes, I know things with magic were either before or after or at the same time. Masashi Kishimoto kind of didn't want a magic anime competing at the time with other anime. Maybe he just had a whim. Maybe he just felt there was something else coming out at the time.
Well, what was the year on this?
I know Fairy Tail came out later. I know Fairy Tail, and that was one of the bigger shonen magic animes at the time.
What's the year?
I want to say Fairy Tail was early 2000s. Naruto manga. Oh God, I gotta look that up. I want to say was late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, never mind.
I want to say they're years apart. They were in the same generation.
To ask because
I want to say in the same generation. I didn't look this up, so like I said, guys, don't quote me on it.
I asked because you kind of have to well, you don't have to, but I like to compare the thoughts of a writer to what's going on in other departments. Because I asked you the year because would have been at the same time Harry Potter would have came out.
Well, that's a good idea too, because yes, the Harry Potter movies were early 2000s. That would honestly be a good time to be good marketing. Yeah. But even still, we were getting weekly shonens at the Food Lion that you had a chapter, physical chapters in the Shonen Jump.
I got mine from a corner gas station.
I got mine at the Food Lion down the street from me, and it had sections of the manga each time. But even so, Black Clover's a great one because Black Clover dives into it. It's a similar synopsis to Naruto. I'm not gonna lie. The main character is super annoying. The main character is very annoying, but you get a character that he can't use magic, borderline in a world of magic. Gets controlled by a demon, and now before you say, dude, that's Naruto. For the most part, sure, I'll give you that. didn't venture off from the trail. But artwork, animation, manga reading, I mean, the way they prepared the main character Asta is completely different how they did with Naruto. I mean, they gave him brute force, for instance. Naruto did not come from brute force. Naruto had to tap into a power to become brute force. There's a difference, guys. Which he does develop later into his own abilities, but even then, I'm not going to spoil so much of Naruto. For the guys and girls that have read it, watched it, you know what I'm talking about. You know later on that they basically made Naruto a god. Long story short. I don't believe they're making Asta in that same image. Now, is he a hero? Yes. Is he badass? Yes. But overall, it's a great read. You love magic. If you're a fan of Fairy Tail, but you wish Fairy Tail was a little bit darker, Black Clover's for you. If you wish that, Fairy Tail wasn't so uplifting and, yeah, friendship, like, you get a little bored of that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of Happy the Cat. Gets a little annoying after, like, episode 300 and something. So, definitely check out Fairy Tail. Check out Black Clover. God, thanks, Happy. Another one, like you were saying before, sports anime. Haikyuu. They never said it, though. That's the bad part in the anime. They never said it. It's a great anime. It's a great read. It's obviously about volleyball. For those of you like, volleyball is not very masculine. Fine, judge me. But it's not very feminine either. It's a very competitive sport all around.
Agility, stamina.
And it's very big in Japan. So the main character is I forget his first name, but his last name is Hinata. So yeah, so he's this little dude. He's one of the shorter dudes on the volleyball team, and he wears the same number of his idol and hero, the Tiny Giant. And he basically, this kid's energy and vibe, his athleticism, he just basically revitalizes the team. There's a star player that went to the same junior high as him. They both ended up going to this high school where they put back together the volleyball team. And they're like, dude, who knew these two kids who were rivals became like our idols and like are revitalizing our team? Like, this is just me transitioning from Black Clover into Haikyuu, guys. That's Haikyuu. Definitely look into that. I think that's a great read as far as sports anime. Volleyball or not, I think it's a great story. Mr. Maple and I have obviously dabbled in anime, but we like the sports anime is a new twist for us. It's different.
Definitely different. This is the first time I've read something that doesn't involve powers.
Yeah.
Or some type of ungodly like type energy or vibe, Death Note dealt with.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where like they made fun of it. They're like, "Why is everything in anime about a teenage girl or a monster?" And I'm like,
totally. So this right here, what Haiku and Kuroko. I feel like I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but whatever.
I feel like we're both botching these names, but that's how much like we're killing all the other names. But like that's because that's how much we're just diving into it.
These two manga / animes, if you just want to break from all the fighting, the gore, if you just want to break from anything just hardcore, definitely sports anime is the way to go.
The weird love interest that you have no idea how this is even compatible.
So if you need a break and you just want to read something subtle, I mean, there's nothing subtle about it because they're intense, they're trying to win, but it gives you some.
If you have a competitive nature, definitely look into some sports anime. If you're a former athlete, read sports anime. I mean, all this stuff going on in the world today, you can't get any ESPN right now because everything sports related is canceled. Dude, cut on one of these anime or read this manga, bro. It's gonna be the playoffs all over again. That's sure.
Pretty much what it is.
For sure.
I know
playoffs all over again.
I was reading this and they played a scrimmage game. And I'm reading it like I am into the picture. I'm picturing everything in my head, like the crossovers, jump shots, and like I really got into this. Like, you have your teams, you have your players that you like. Because each player, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing with Haikyuu, each player has their own personality and characteristics. So you can relate to each character as if they were you. Of course, I hate to be generic, but I kind of relate to Kuroko's because in school I kind of was the little guy. The really nobody really paid much attention to me. I was one of those people. I didn't vibe with many, but I was friendly with everybody. Like everybody knew me, everybody was cool with me, but I just didn't vibe with anybody. Like that way. Like I had my cool people, I dapped you up every time, we talk, I was close to you, but I didn't really deal with too many people. But I definitely vibe with the main character in this. Like I said, generic because everybody wants to connect with the main character, but this guy, he's quiet, just stays to himself and whatnot. So I relate to him.
Oh yeah.
Anybody in yours that you kind of relate to?
I kind of just relate. I mean, I hate to sound like the typical cliche, but I relate to the main character, Hinata, because he just wants to be the best so bad, and he just wants to be such a team player, and I relate to that so much. I mean, of course, believe it or not, martial arts and sports go hand in hand. You want to bring everybody together. You want to win it. You want to take it home. You want to be that guy. You want to be the guy, but you know there's no I in team. And even in martial arts, yeah, it's one-on-one, but everybody helps prepare you for that battle. Everybody helps prepare you for that competition. Everybody has contributed, from the coaches to the water boy to the towel person to everything in sports. Mm-hmm. Same thing with martial arts, to the weight cuts, to the pad work, to the bag work, to the mat work. I mean, the wrestling, the judo, the jiu-jitsu, everything. You always have a teammate there helping you out and getting ready for it. So I relate, especially I am a competitor. I am competitive, but I definitely see where like people just, they look over it and they're like, it is what it is. Where, you have the typical shonen animes and mangas where it's like, it's that one guy or girl and they're just overpowered. No, this takes a team. And I don't think a lot of anime are doing that. They take maybe one person and they make them overpowered. And yes, they do have people that are part of the journey, but you don't really hear much of those other people once that person has achieved greatness. Yes, you see their story. Yes, you see how they got to the top. But every step of the way in a sports anime, you see everybody that's involved with making that person number one. And I think that's where a lot of animes are starting to go now, especially something like My Hero. To dabble back off the sports, I mean, we've got JoJo, we've got Kuruko's basketball, we've got Haiku, we've got Death Note, Dragon Ball, Naruto. So another one I'm going to dive into, guys, and it's making waves still, the manga and the anime. I'm going to dive into this one. It's becoming more mainstream. I think it's going to be short-lived, though. But definitely take your time with it now. It's not a lot of episodes. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is phenomenal. The artwork's beautiful. The storyline, yes, it is a great shonen anime to read and watch. It's basically feudal Japan. It kind of almost takes place like if you took the love interest out of Inuyasha, it would be Demon Slayer. It would be Demon Slayer because it's all about these guys and girls going around slaying demons. But what I love about it is it takes swordsmanship back into the light. There's not a lot of anime.
It took swordsmanship too.
Oh my god! And it took actual forms, actual samurai forms and katas. And if you don't know what katas are, it's basically your forms. It's basically what you practice day in and day out. Mm-hmm. And it's oh god, Tanjiro is the main character. Long story short, the synopsis, his sister becomes a demon and he's proving to the world that he wants to be a demon slayer and he wants to save his sister.
I didn't finish it. I ended where he finally meets the
Michael Jackson demon?
Yeah. That's where I ended. I didn't stop watching for any particular reason. I like
Muzan or Mozan is his name, I believe.
I like the anime and manga hop, so it was a great anime. I just didn't finish it.
It's beautifully done. It's so short-lived though, so definitely if you got time, it's definitely one to start with. I will say,
25 episodes.
Yeah, 25 episodes. I mean, put it to you this way: that's season 1. Season 2, I believe that maybe the writers and creators thought it was going to go so fast. Season 2 is going to be a movie, which is dropping, I believe, 2021. As long as everything isn't delayed from this whole Corona thing. It's awesome, guys. I can't exaggerate that enough. Awesome read, awesome anime. Everybody kind of bashes it. Like, for you guys and girls at home, oh, it's another typical shonen, which I've gotten into arguments and debates about that. What is a typical shonen? A main character trying to be the best they possibly can be.
That's life.
It's life, dude. That's life. That's so relatable.
I'm trying to be the best I can be.
Exactly. You're trying to take everything one thing at a time, but you can't, you know? Shit hits the fan. What are you going to do? So, definitely Demon Slayer. And also, that's Demon Slayer. I'm trying to get into this because we got another segment we're going to tackle, boys and girls. But real quick, another masterpiece from the writer of Naruto. It's a manga right now currently. You can still read it. It's not very long. Definitely can find them on the Shonen app and other manga apps and websites. Samurai 8, the creator of Masashi Kishimoto, is a huge fan of Star Wars, if you didn't know. That's why a lot of space is used in his references in... Oh, I got one more after this, too. In his animes and mangas. Samurai 8 is basically a universe like Naruto's, but it's a bunch of cybernetic android samurai. And it has to do with Pandora's box and the universe, and you have one of these 7 eternal keys, but you are a powerful samurai if you can tap into one of these keys.
What?
Yeah. It's a good one, man. I've been reading it. I've been kind of dabbling in it here and there. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Samurai 8, jot that down if you want to. Samurai 8's a good one. Also, real quick, if you haven't, which I love about another realism of an anime, if you haven't checked it out, manga or anime, check out my boy, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is, come on, dude.
I couldn't get into it.
If you're a science nerd or if you're just not a science nerd, I mean, personally, I think everybody's going to dabble. I think science teachers are going to use this anime later on. Like, as the anime nerds grow up.
We were saying that.
Yes, as the anime nerds grow up, like, you're not going to see little clips from the Magic School Bus or Jimmy Neutron. Like, no. If I was a science teacher, and if any of my science teachers are out there, chemistry, biology, just typical physical science, whatever you're teaching in the schools, definitely look into it. Use Dr. Stone as a reference. Everything in the anime is scientifically proven. I mean, they even give you warnings in the beginning and the end of the anime. Don't try this at home, kids, and here's why, because you will blow shit up. So, definitely, like, a great read, a great show. I love the anime. I love the art style. It's awesome. It's post-apocalyptic. They wake up thousands of years in the future, and the world is in stone. They petrified everything. Somebody activated a device and petrified the human race. Of course, there's a little bit over-exaggerated stuff in the anime, but to the main character, Senku, he's a genius. He is. But, I mean, you get a little bit of his backstory here in Season 1. It's awesome. He is a genius, and he's dedicated his life to science, but he's only 15 years old. I mean, technically, he's thousands of years old because the world's been petrified, but he woke up from petrification. And, I mean, the guy makes a formula to depetrify people. He makes a formula to, he's working on making guns. He makes the light bulb. He makes energy. He's speeding up. Yes, he's like, we're taking on the world with science. And like I said, science or not, it's a great read and watch. It's awesome. It's straight facts. The only thing I got to say about it is there's this one guy in the anime, I forget his name, but he's 15 years old. He's called the Lion Killer, and the guy, dead ass, 15 years old, punched out a lion with one punch.
Is that the caveman?
Yeah, the cave. Yeah. The caveman, dude.
I did watch some, but after a while, I'm just like,
I like it. I like it. I don't think it's definitely gonna be a big 3, but definitely an underrated one for sure. But now it's time for our new segment that we're adding to the show,
which I am not prepared for. So all this is new to me. Go figure. Like, how are you a host? You don't know what's going on. Yeah.
He'll know once I say it, guys. He'll know once I say it. Our segment today, we're going to try to incorporate it in every show. It's called Let's Ask the Boys. And Let's Ask the Boys is our group chat that we have, which started the podcast and vlog channel called Anime and Beer. The group chat is also called Anime and Beer. There's like 16 of us in this. And the topic today is, who would Deku beat in a fight? And if you guys don't know, Deku is the main character of My Hero Academia. And here's what I presented to the group. Here's the 4 fighters that is prepared to fight Deku. Now, we all know their armor, strengths, battles, things like that. But I'll let you decide. But here's what my group decided. So, our 4 fighters that are challenging Deku today. And to be fair, Deku in the manga and the anime is about the same power-wise. Like, maybe like a couple episodes off. But,
well, wait.
The only thing...
Where are we at in the show again?
He just got his gloves for his air bullets, and they're doing the sports festival right now. He's training to shoot his Delaware Smash. Sorry, guys, spoiler alert. Oh, spoiler alert. He's shooting his air bullets with the gloves. He's about to get Black Whip. But his power...
Let's go...
His power is still the same, though. His overall...
20%?
Yeah, his power is still the same.
Okay.
So, I mean, even if he were to use things like Black Whip, it's only for 1 second. He's even said that himself. He said that himself in the manga. Yes, he has.
In the manga, he can go more.
No, he said in the manga himself.
He can go more.
No, he can't. He's training to go more currently.
No, he can go more.
No, he can't. He just said it in the manga.
He just said it in the manga?
Yes, he just said it in the manga.
What chapter are you reading?
I just read the latest one, which I'm not going to spoil.
Ha! He wasn't in the latest.
No, he wasn't. It was the Bunny Rabbit bitch. Spoiler. But the latest ones that he has admitted. Sorry, spoiler. He's admitted, because even Bakugo made fun of him for it. But besides the point, here's the fighters that are going to prepare for Deku today. We have Asta from Black Clover, which I mentioned earlier. Another cult classic one that you guys need to check out, read, watch, Hunter x Hunter, the main character, Gon Freaksis. We also have Goku, but from Dragon Ball. So Kid Goku from Dragon Ball, Power Pole, Flying Nimbus, Kamehameha. And our 4th character is Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail. Now, I kind of scaled it simply out of like power scales, but most people in the group chat are saying Gon's going to be the one to take it. Gon's going to be the one that smashes Deku into the ground. And they're saying that over Kid Goku, who we don't know if Deku's fighting him day or night, if he's going to go grade 8. Can Deku stand up to the Kamehameha? Can he stand up to the Power Pole and the Flying Nimbus? So, I mean, there's a lot of factors, and also, not to mention, too, we're also talking about Natsu Dragneel, who I think is also a great fight for him, who can tap into so many of his abilities. And, I mean, Deku, personally, in my opinion, is nowhere near on par with these guys, and even them, they're overrated. I think Deku would have a tough fight. I think the closest fight, me personally, this is me being biased, guys, I think Deku can take Natsu. I think Deku can take Natsu out of this whole lineup. And that's just me. Most people are in the group chat are saying Gon is going to be the one that just takes it 10 times out of 10. Gon is going to smash Deku into the floor. And most people are kind of saying Dragon Ball Goku is no match for Deku. Also, Asta, because of the manga, is so differentiated from the anime. But even then, I think, you got to flip a coin with that. But my opinion, I think out of the lineup, Deku can take Natsu Dragneel. That is personally me.
So the question is, who can Deku beat?
Yes.
Well,
I say take, but I'm saying beat.
This is biased because I haven't watched Fairy Tail or
Black Clover.
Yeah. So I just know their powers from clips that I may see like on Twitter or Facebook or something. So I really can't, honestly, I can't speak on them. So for me, this right here is kind of like biased because I don't know them.
But even still, Gon and Goku are that's still a solid pick.
Deku can't beat Gon. I'm just gonna be straightforward. Deku cannot beat Gon.
Deku cannot beat Gon Freaksis.
He cannot beat Gon. Just the ability that Gon possesses with Nin. It's just
he's an enhancer. He's an enhancer.
The things that we personally see him train to do counters most of the things that Deku can do. Deku can kick, so can Gon. Deku can punch, so can Gon. I mean, even it's known that Deku can only go 20%. I mean, Gon is trained to take Nin and put in parts of his body to protect himself. So, I mean, 20% Delaware Smash, I'm just going to put all my Nin into my fist and just counter it and not feel a thing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I put Gon in it because there was a huge debate. I believe it was on TikTok. And like I said, for my OGs who remember it, and even, Mr. Maple here will agree with me. If you can remember Team Gohan, Cell Saga, Super Saiyan 2, at his peak, there was a huge, huge, huge debate. And after, people are just biased, of course, and uninformed because people are watching the new school stuff. People that are watching My Hero clearly didn't grow up with Dragon Ball. Just be honest.
Yeah.
That's the younger crowd. Not bashing my younger crowd, but guys, there's a lot you're missing out on. I'm sorry. We already have a repertoire in our back pockets. You have no idea. But there's people saying Deku can beat Teen Gohan. There's people out there that believe that.
What people are?
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, absolutely. Stop. Come here. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Don't speak like
him.
Him.
No.
Him. Right here on the box. Right here. This little dude. No. Deku cannot beat probably the baddest half Saiyan ever to grace our presence. Besides Super. Like, yeah. I know. I see your face right now, guys. If you guys saw his face right now, I know I got the camera right now, but if you guys saw his face, I mean, if you think Deku can beat Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2 against Cell, just go home. Go home. Watch that saga again. One.
Yeah, watch that. Yeah.
1. 2. Cut on the BoJack Unbound movie. That's a good one. That's basically Teen Gohan's 2 shineful moments. And we've already seen time travel being used in anime to say that they're in Japan and in the same universe. Just time travel. Just stop it. Stop it. Deku can't even beat Goten. I'm sorry. I said it. And even then, Trunks and Goten are always connected by the hip.
I was about to say, yeah.
Even if they were to square up, Trunks we're gonna get Gotenks. And even then, Deku ain't about to beat Gotenks. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's not gonna happen. Not to mention a Saiyan's anatomy. They're genetically built for battle. A Saiyan's muscle fiber and bone fiber is automatically better than a human's. They can obviously withstand. Trunks has been.
Honestly, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay, go ahead.
We should have never put Dragon Ball in the equation because Deku cannot beat anyone. Let's put it this way: Deku's fighting style, Deku's power, and I'm brave enough to say because I don't care. This is our show, not yours. Deku's power.
Oh God!
What Deku can do in My Hero is equivalent to Yamcha and Krillin. I'm just gonna say it, but probably a little bit weaker. Krillin can beat Deku.
Honestly, you're not wrong. We're gonna get a lot of hate for that, guys.
Krillin
but
can beat Deku.
We're not wrong.
Dragon Ball.
We're not wrong.
Dragon Ball should not be in the equation. I'm just gonna say it. Deku. That's two different. That's apples and oranges.
That's a huge power scale difference. And the only reason why I put these other guys in there is because they're actually human. They are human. I think he would have to run up on Natsu for surprise. But the only reason why I say someone like Natsu is because, well, Natsu feeds off of fire. Natsu needs fire to get stronger. And everybody says friendship. And I'm like, no, Natsu has done amazing feats on his own. But as long as Bakugo and Todoroki don't roll up, Deku's got that fight.
I mean, let's take it a step further. Death battle. We had All Might versus Might Guy. Might Guy won. Yeah, at the cost of his life. But I mean, we have. I mean, Naruto. He could be easily revived.
Yeah. We got Ninja
shown.
Jesus.
So like, All Might lost to Might Guy. With the gates.
I mean, let's dabble into all of it. And we're not even talking about, let's jump into Hunter x Hunter real quick. If we're going to do that, let's jump into Hunter x Hunter. Gon, the same time, everybody's saying adult Gon, his sacrificial powers, Gon's feats on his own. Gon withstand his arm getting blown off and still performed a technique. And he's only 13 years old. He's still younger than Deku. I mean, what he did against the Ants already, his Nin and ability. I mean, what he can do, and not to mention his own villains even said he's as powerful as our creator, or as our ruler, if not more. So to take, I say Gon and Goku are definitely the most powerful in this lineup. Asta is someone who relies on a demonic entity for power, which is run by emotion. But I mean, to say the least, Naruto is too. Naruto is just on a whole other power scale. If anybody can hang with Saiyans, it's Naruto. If anybody can hang with Saiyans, I say Naruto. And even Luffy. Luffy has amazing feats. I didn't put Luffy in here just because, I mean, Luffy's on a tier on his own too.
He is.
You know, Luffy is so, and I've said in our last talk, I mean, Luffy is so resilient. I think as far as like pivotal moments, like Deku has definitely made some amazing feats.
I mean, another thing to think about is you got to think about characteristics. Now, let's take the 4 people that we've put in. Natsu. Is he the type to fight just to fight?
Yes. Yes and no. Yes and no.
I remember you said Black Clover. He's possessed by the demon.
Yeah.
Run by emotions.
Yes.
Is he the type to fight just to fight?
He definitely, like, I will say magic animes. I don't mean to cut you off. I think I know where you're about to go with this. Magic animes are definitely it's definitely like even Fairy Tail and Black Clover have both done this. And correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I mean, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. They seem more powerful in numbers, not one-on-one.
I'm getting that because Deku, he's calm-hearted. You know, he's very, I'll fight if I have to.
He's collected. He's got to be a hero. He's got to be a hero. Yeah.
Now, if Asta is just running on emotion, like pretty much I'm getting that. Goku just wants to get stronger. Even as a kid, he just wanted to fight.
So he'll spar Deku for fun. He'll spar Deku for fun.
He has no problem just pummeling Deku. Gon, he fights again, you know, if he has to, but he has no problem just, oh, you want to fight? Are you telling me I just have to beat you? Okay, I will. But is Asta and Natsu the same way? Are they the type to just say, you know what, I really don't want to fight, so I'm just going to tone it back a little bit? And are they the type to go, because like I said, Deku is very calm. He's not going to push you to the edge. So you really have to think about the characters and why are they fighting? You know?
And another thing too, like I was talking about a Saiyan's anatomy before. And before you say things like, well, Deku's strong, Deku's doing the weight training, Deku's doing all this stuff right now, Goku's already done that.
Hyperbolic.
No, Dragon Ball, where they carried the turtle shells and the milk carts all day, and Master Roshi said, take it off. They jumped at least by themselves, Krillin and Goku. I think they talked about this. They jumped at least, I want to say, a maximum of 50 feet in the air. He jumped around, so you can, and I've seen Goku run up buildings single bound by himself without using Nimbus, and jumping over mountaintops and scaling things with agility and acrobatics. Goku is capable of beating Deku, guys. You have to. You can't be biased about it. You got to bring facts to the table. Mm-hmm. You want to say weight training? They've already done that in Dragon Ball. You want to say 20%? Kaioken times 20. You want to say You want to say that Nin and N. You want to say that magic. I mean, Deku still has a lot more room to grow. But for me personally, out of anybody I think he can beat in the lineup, I gotta say Natsu. Now, that's flip a coin. Because it depends on what kind of day Natsu's having. But at the same time, too, I think Deku could outwit Natsu. I think it would come to brains, and Natsu's not the smartest. So, neither is Goku, don't get me wrong, guys. But I'm not even including weapons. And, I mean, did we forget about the power pole? Did we forget about, hey, Nimbus?
Did we also forget about Gon? The door. I'm not even going to get into the episode. The door. Killua. the castle.
Ooh, yeah.
How heavy did they say that door? It was tons.
Tons. Not to mention, pick the coin.
Mm-hmm.
And he had one eye.
So Gon definitely has the agility, dexterity, just the strength. I mean, yeah,
yes.
he had help.
Yes.
Again, I'm not going to get into the episode on that. He had help, but the fact is that door weighed
tons. I totally forgot about that. I know. Within that same arc.
Yeah.
Within that same arc, like I said, the coins. Like,
and then they asked, so you're talking about Gon, what about Killua?
I didn't want to put him in it. I didn't want to put him in it.
When they asked the guard, so there were 3 doors, each weighed different amounts, but each were like tons.
Yeah.
They said, well, how many doors could Killua push open? All of them. And Gold came in with just like, I mean, yeah, he had help, but still, that feat alone,
yes,
shows you
he had a teenager and a grown man help him, but still, he was still pushing.
And the grown man was skinny. He was like Leorio.
Yeah, Leorio.
He was like mad skinny.
But not even that. Not even that. Gon's resolve. When he said, "We can't have you on this if you're too emotional. I need to see your resolve. Pretend I was the one who killed so and so."
Go scared her. Oh, I know you're talking about. His name was what's it? Smoke. Something else. But yeah, the guy with the pipe.
Yes. Yes.
First comes Paper. The man said, "Oh my gosh, he's really going to kill me! Stop!"
Yeah. So I mean,
hilarious.
just talk like I said, like I think he could outwit Natsu, and I don't think it'd be a life or death issue with Natsu. I don't think it'd be life or death. I think it would be kind of like, you know, like he might run up on Natsu on a bad day, and you know, he's kind of like, oh my god, this guy's quirk is fire. Like I can see like a whole, ideally, what would happen. Now, where would they fight at? What's going on? What are you taking into consideration? Yeah, obviously, it would have to be 1v1 against all these guys. Yeah, but I gotta give it to Deku. I'll give Deku some credit, guys. I say he can beat Natsu from Fairy Tail. And honestly, that's saying a lot. That's honestly saying a lot.
That's probably about it. I love my hero. Of course, I'm wearing the
Izawa shirt,
Razorhead shirt,
and
everything. I love my hero, but at the same time, you gotta know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
I give him Natsu.
With the lineup that was given to Deku, again, I don't know much about Fairy Tail Black Horse, so if you say you're giving it to Natsu, then I trust your judgment, but that's it.
That's it.
He's definitely not beating Goku. I'm not giving him Gon. Gon is just gonna run the floor with him.
Yeah, Gon's gonna play with his ass.
Yeah.
And you guys gotta understand, like, we've seen what Deku can do with his full cowling, but he's still learning about it, guys. Mm-hmm. He's still learning it. These guys were already doing it, and they've already created physical feats. Asta has trained his body physically. Goku has trained his body physically. Gon has trained his body physically. And Natsu has trained his body physically.
And honestly, that's what it boils down to, physical attributions.
Yes.
Deku, he only had one, and that was what... I mean, he still trains physically, lifting weights and stuff, but minus the whole beach training, that was it.
And that's nothing. That's nothing. As far as what these guys have done, that's nothing.
Gon trained to open like a door that weighed tons.
Yes.
Goku is an alien, so he was strong right off.
He's not human. Yes.
So it's like,
yes,
these guys' bodies, without their powers, they're still, you know,
physical attributes. They are gifted. They are talented, and they were trained for that.
I mean, you take away Deku's power, he's just a kid who has muscles.
That's it. He's a toned up teenager. That's it. Okay, you can do 100 push-ups.
You take
Good for you, bud.
You take Nin away from Gon, which not gonna get on that if you haven't seen it. You take Nin away from Gon.
Gon's already done physical feats that were amazing.
The guy can still like just punch his way and just kid can still fight.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Deku still can fight, but you take his power away.
And that's why I give him the main characters. Like, okay, for those of you that know anything about it, you know these animes that I'm talking about. Besides the main characters, bro. Yeah, sure. Go up against Krillin. Go up against Killua.
I mean, we saw in Dragon Ball Super that Goku versus Krillin. Goku went Super Saiyan Blue.
And Krillin still
held his own.
He outwitted him.
Yeah.
And okay, what'd I say? Killua, Krillin, give Yuno from Black Clover. Hell, Natsu, if you don't want to give him Natsu, okay, you think he's gonna beat, and this is just me naming fairy tale people. You think he's gonna beat what's his name? Larxus or Laxus, I think is his name. The Guildmaster's grandson. You think he's gonna beat Grey Fullbuster? You think he's gonna beat Urza? Come on, guys. Deku's not. Deku's not there yet. But Deku's not. No, he's still training, guys. I gotta give it to if you think Deku. Now, if we were talking about other people who've had time with their quirks, I think Bakugo and Todoroki have more of a chance in this lineup. More of a chance. Mm-hmm. But Natsu eats fire, so Bakugo and Todoroki couldn't use anything flammable because he eats flames.
Todoroki has his ice, so he kind of has a backup.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But still, like he can't use it at all, and he has to cool down his body. He can't use flames at all. So Natsu, I feel, would have more of an advantage against those two. Sorry. Against Asta, like yeah, they can probably get away from Asta. Kid Goku, yeah, they probably wouldn't kill Goku, but they would piss Goku off enough.
Yeah.
Gon would be like, all right, like I gotta do some stuff here. I'm gonna throw a rock at your head. Like I'm gonna do something. Like there's more presented when you have these other guys in the equation. Deku is still learning about himself and his quirk. These other characters know their quirks. Don't forget that. It's only season 4, and Deku is still learning about his quirk, guys.
I mean, once it progresses down the line, I'm not going to try. It's real hard not to spoil anything, but Deku definitely gets some surprises concerning his quirk. I'm not going to say what. I mean, but if you're reading it, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you're watching it, you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
He gets some surprises. So I think next year this time,
we'll have a different debate. We'll have the same
question again.
Yeah, for sure.
And I honestly think, because I'm just going to be just real nonchalant. I'm going to be very vague. With what we know about Deku.
Yes.
This time next year, if it progresses, he's wiping the floor with some of these same characters we just named.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like I said, that's what we're saying. Deku still has all the world to grow. These guys are already kind of well, I know Natsu's at his limits. I already told you about the Dragon Ball Super manga, what Goku just did. Like, no.
I don't think he's ever going to beat Goku. So we might as well just replace Goku with someone else.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they said Kid Goku to try to... But even still, Kid Goku, no.
Well, the guy's asking me, like, GT Kid Goku? I'm like, no, you idiot. He can still go Super Saiyan. Like, shut up. I'm like, no. Like, not bashing my guys in my group chat, but yeah, like, GT Goku's not canon, so we're not including him. You know what I mean? Like, it's...
Broly's canon.
Broly is now canon, baby. But, I mean, anything else, my friend?
No.
All right, well, I guess that wraps up the show. Deku can only beat Natsu, and that's it for now.
And we're being nice about it.
And we're being nice. I'm being generous about
I'm going off of what he's saying because I haven't watched it, so I don't know his power scale, what he can do.
I've seen what he can do.
If he says it, I believe it.
I think it would come down to a battle of wits. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. Hopefully next time we can kind of get in a little bit late. Like, I'm not so drained of energy and this whole Corona thing's not a pandemic anymore. But hey, check out those reads and watches. Check them out. Let us know what you feel. Follow us, Anime and Beer, !
Yeah, YouTube, SoundCloud, and those are 2 that we're just going to start with and see where things go because I don't know how everything else works, like Spotify and
we're still learning about this. Do a podcast.
So we're definitely going to have links and information down below. You guys should check out like what to read and everything that was mentioned today.
Absolutely. And if you have any topics as well, we'll gladly, to the best of our ability, tackle them. Let us know what you think. You think Deku can beat those guys? Give us your reasons. Give us your whys and hows. Let us know. If we're missing something, we didn't take in a factor, hey, we're open-minded here.
Yeah. Or if there was some information like, you know, when I said serum mint shirt, like, no, that's not what they meant. We're here to, I mean, nobody's perfect, but we do want to be accurate in our information. And of course, you might say, well, why are you doing a podcast if you don't have accurate information? It's fun. Anyway,
it's fun, and we're learning more and more and more.
We're learning.
Hopefully, next time we'll actually be able to dive into some comics and have some Marvel info for you guys and what's going on in the Marvel comic
because
universe.
we definitely want to have a wide audience. Get some of the comic book people in the manga, get some of the manga people in the comic books. Compare and contrast.
But you live adaptation watchers that say live adaptation animes are good,
Suck.
I don't like you very much. I'm not going to say anything mean to you on video. I'll say it to you in person.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Be safe. Have fun. Check you out next time on Anime and Beer.
Peace.